guys, The-Epiphany. In today's video, I will be doing the final fight of the Ebony Dofus questline, which is against Grougalorasalar, and I'll be explaining how the strategy works because I've had a look at some YouTube videos and there's not really any videos in English that explains, that has voice commentary on how the fight works. The quest is the last one for Ebony Dofus, which is called New Air. Once I beat this guy, I will be able to get the Ebony Dofus, so I'll be showing you the completion of the quest as well. I'd like to give a shout out to Zephyr, who actually taught me the strategy to beating this, because the website Dofus Poles Noobs actually makes it look a lot more complicated than it actually is. But there's a very simple thing that you got to keep in mind when you are doing this fight. So I will now do the fight. So you transform into a Grougalorasalar, and you have a few spells with you. You have 0 MP, so the only way you can move in this fight is by using the spells. The only relevant ones are the blue, green, yellow, and red one, because these two you don't get to use anyway, and you don't need them. The blue one is basically like a leap from an Echo Flip, where you get to move 1 square. The green one is you cast it on a pillar and you teleport to the other side, kind of like a Zelor's teleportation. Rejection, you cast it on a pillar and it will fling you backwards. Attraction will attract you 3 cells towards the pillar. The pillars are some things that will appear on this map, as you can see in here. The aim of the game is to do certain things so that Grougalorasalar moves 14 squares to reach the Ebony Dofus before his so-called father, Grougalorasalar, moves 7 to get the Ebony Dofus. Okay, so we notice that I start here and we have some black glyphs around me. The aim of the game is to end your turn on a square so that that position will not have any pillars around you. So let's say I move here. This is fine because there are no pillars around me, because that's what the black indicates. The black indicates that when you end your turn, you are not allowed to have any pillars in the certain formation around you. You also notice that whenever you use a colored spell, the pointers corresponding to the color will be moving towards the black glyph. Once it reaches the glyph, you'll not be able to use that spell anymore, because it's basically you run out of uses. So right here, I don't have anything around me, so Grougalorasalar will be moving forward. So the map resets and you notice that there's a different formation now. So let's just assume I was here. You'd see that the black glyphs are around you, in kind of like in a diagonal formation. So that means wherever you end next, you are not allowed to have any glyphs or any pillars around you in a diagonal. So I'll go here. That's fine because I'm not allowed to have a pillar in any formation like this. So that's fine, which means Grougalorasalar will be going forward. Yeah. So now the next formation is, let's say I was here, I cannot have any pillars 2 or 3 squares linear to me. So as you can see, if I was here, you're allowed to have a pillar right next to you because that's not part of the black. So obviously the blue spell is out of uses, so because it's on the black. So I only have green, yellow, and red remaining. I will actually, I'll go over here, and then I will attract myself. Let's see. Alright, this should be good here, because I don't have any pillars within 2 or 3 squares linear to me. So that way Grougalorasalar will be moving forward. Alright, so now that we have talked about the now that we have talked about how the black glyphs work, we will now talk about the white glyphs. So the white glyphs are beneficial towards me because if you end your turn in a particular way, so let's say the start was here. So you cannot have any black glyphs within 2 or 3 squares diagonal to you. So right here I would be screwed because of this thing, which is 2 squares diagonal. But we also notice that I only have the yellow and the red spell because the blue and the green are out of uses. So that's where the white glyphs come in. The white glyph comes in where if you end your turn in a particular way, so right here, it means I am right next to the particular pillar. That means the pillar will be moving one away from the black glyph, which allows you to get the uses back. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. So basically, if you end your turn in a particular way that is beneficial to do with the white pillars, so the white pillars will be in a diagonal position now. Let's say I'm here. White pillars are diagonal. That means I will be able to do the I will be able to get an extra use for whatever color that I end next to. Obviously I cannot end next to any pillar because I could do this one, but then that'll screw me up if I end next to that one because the black glyph is, it's next to the glyph. So I need to move somewhere that is not next to a pillar, so the only way I could do that is like this, which also means I am diagonal from the green one because diagonal is the white. So that means the green pointer will be moving backwards one. Yeah, there we go, which allows me to use the green spell now. So as you can see, the mechanics are quite simple. So far, Grougalorasalar has moved 5 and his father has not moved at all. But let's continue this. So assuming that I am here, we notice the black glyphs are in a diagonal position to where I am. So that means wherever I end, I cannot be in a diagonal position to a pillar. Let's say I go here, that's fine. And we also notice that I satisfy the condition of the white glyph because, being here 2 away from the spot is the white glyph, which is the same as this. This will allow me to get an extra use for the green spell. The green pointer will be going here. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see now, I have basically gotten all uses except for the blue spell. So the blue spell is still on the black glyph, that means it's out of uses. Alright, so the next one, I cannot be, let's say I was here, I cannot be 2 or 3 squares linear to a pillar. So how will I do this? So I go here. Oh no, but then I'm screwed over by this one. So go here. Oh no. Yeah, that's fine actually. I'm allowed to be next to the red one because there's nothing to say that you cannot be next to a pillar. You just can't be 2 or 3 because that means it'll end on the black glyph. Also to keep in mind, I should have said this at the start, but every time you use a particular spell, the corresponding pointer will be moving towards the black glyph. So you've got to use your spell strategically. You will not always get to use a spell. At the end of your turn, it also appears that a random pointer will be moving one closer, one away from the black glyph, because otherwise this would not be possible because you'd have no spells available. Okay, so next. If I am here, I cannot have any pillars 2 diagonally or 3 diagonally in any direction from me. But we also notice that if I was here, then we are allowed to have a pillar right next to me to regain a spell. So I will be going here, which satisfies both conditions because I'm 1 diagonal from a pillar. That's fine because it's not in a black glyph. And I'm also right next to a pillar, which means I will be getting the blue spell back one use. So the pointer for the blue spell will be going here. That's fine for now. Let's pass the turn. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so as you can see, Grougalorasalar's father is still not moved at all. Alright, the next one's easy. Assuming I was here, we can see the black glyphs are surrounding me. So that means wherever I end on this turn, I cannot be next to a black glyph. Oh, I cannot be next to a pillar, I mean. Yeah, that's fine there. You noticed before that I used a green spell, so that means the pointer moved from here to here, because the amount of uses you have will obviously run out. Alright, so this is fine here. Actually, let's see. Yeah, we're fine here. Yeah. Alright, so next, assuming that we are here, we notice that there are black glyphs diagonally to us, 1 square away. So I cannot end my turn anywhere diagonally to a pillar. So if I was to go here, that's fine, because I'm not diagonal to any pillar. But just for the purpose of the video, I will be screwing it up on purpose so you can see that Grougalorasalar will be moving. So, okay, I'm going to go here, which basically does not satisfy the condition, because here corresponds to here. So here there is a pillar diagonally to the bottom of me, so that means Grougalorasalar will be moving. Just let me show you. He puts an angry face, but at the end he's moving anyway, so yeah, there he is. He's moving. Alright, the next one. Assuming I'm here, I cannot have any pillars linear to me by 2 or 3 squares. However, I am allowed to be next to a pillar. So let's see where we will go. Alright, I'm actually fine here. But the thing is, if you do not move at all on your turn, you'll be ending on a very dark glyph that you end on. That means Grougalorasalar will be moving. Obviously, I only have the green spell and the red spell, so I won't be able to do anything here. So I just have to pass. That's the thing about this fight. If you screw one turn up, it usually makes you screw up other turns. Yeah, so as you can see, Grougalorasalar has moved. Okay, now, let's say it's here. Cannot be 2 or 3 squares diagonally. So I've got to move somewhere so that a pillar is not 2 or 3 squares diagonally to where I am. Alright, that doesn't work because of this one. So I will be I have to go here. That satisfies the condition because there's no pillars. Oh, there's this one. Oops. Alright, I screwed it. Yeah, but that's the thing about these fights. If you screw one turn up, you usually will carry on. Alright, this one's easy. Simply cannot have any pillar next to me when I end my turn. So I only have the green spell available. So just go here. Grougalorasalar should be moving now. Yeah. Okay, for this one, I cannot have any pillar diagonally to me by 1 square. So let's say I go I think I got it. I'll go over here, then a rejection on this one. Yeah. So now I do not have any pillar diagonally to me. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Alright, so the next one, assuming I am there, I cannot have any pillars 2 or 3 squares linear to me. However, I can be next to one because so if I'm there and I'm next to a pillar, then that's fine. So I will be going next to the blue one. Oh, that screwed it because we noticed that we have this one 2 linear to me. Or 3 linear to me. So that is the same as me being here and a thing being here. So that screwed it up. Yeah, so that Grugal would have moved there. Alright, the next one isn't that bad. Yeah, the next one's not bad. You cannot have any pillar 2 or 3 diagonal to where you are. So let's say I go, I reject this one. Yeah, this one's fine because this one is only 1 diagonal to me. Oh crap, I got this one. Okay, so I gotta go somewhere else. Let's go here. That's fine because you, yeah, I'm fine because I don't have any pillars that are 2 or 3 diagonal to me. So now Crocoburo should be moving. Yeah, there we go. So 2 more moves and we win the fight. Alright, the next one's easy. You just, you know, you guys got the pattern by now. You cannot be next to a pillar. I do not have any spells, so I don't know how this works now. Oh, what's this? 3% fire. I don't know what to do because I don't have any spells left. If I pass, I'm pretty sure Grugal will be moving. Yeah, so a random one will be moving so that you get your turn back. You know, obviously, otherwise you'll be stuck. Yeah, so every turn a random pointer will be moving. Okay, so for this one you can't be 1 diagonal. So this one's fine because I'm next to a pillar. Crocoburo should be moving. Yep. And for this one, you cannot be 2 or 3 linear to 1. Oh, but I've run out of, I don't have any spells to use, so, okay. Gonna pass my turn anyway. Oh, he got it. He got it. Yeah. Fight is won. Well. Become the new guardian of the Ebony Dofus. So, does that mean I talk to this guy? Ask if he's that. Talk to this guy. No. Do I take this one? Take the Dofus. Ah, well. There we go. We finished the Ebony Dofus. Well, to be honest, this fight was not too difficult. On one of the turns, as you can see, I purposely screwed up to show you guys how it worked, and it turned out to be a bit of a problem for the remaining couple of turns. But I was 100% certain that I could have done this fight with Grougalorasalar moving 0 squares. In other words, I could have made it so that Crocoburo would move all the way to the Ebony Dofus when his father was still at the starting position. Yeah, but this was a fun questline. There was a lot of PVM involved. I would say it was easier than Ivory Dofus. I would say it's a bit harder than Abyssal Dofus because there's the amount of dungeons you got to run. But there was only 10 quests to do. A couple of prerequisites from the Lavasmith Dofus questline. But yeah, this was a good questline in my opinion. Not too tedious, but also a bit challenging because of the PVM involved. But yeah, now that I got the egg, I will be using it in PvP a lot. So yeah, if you have any questions with the Ebony Dofus questline, then comment below and I'll be sure to answer it. Thanks for watching the video.